A power of attorney is being transferred in your name by someone. They are giving you a "my beloved child" and signing the last document. Don't move, stay precisely where you are. As you view this, a paper bearing your name in golden pen is being finalized. A power of attorney is being transferred straight to you by someone you least expected. And the contents of it will alter your whole narrative. There is something enormous in store for you. It's not a coincidence. This person has been silently observing your responses to suffering, rejection, and loyalty for months. They witnessed your perseverance in the face of life's lack of motivation. You are now in control of a legal, spiritual, and emotional transformation that was made possible by that silent perseverance. There is something enormous in store for you. A pen is currently moving across the last page in a quiet office. The person signing it is crying because they understand that they are leaving behind more than simply wealth or possessions. They have faith in you. You were picked by evidence, not by accident. Evidence that when others became resentful, your heart remained pure. There is something enormous in store for you. You need to know one thing before you are given this power. This was not an act motivated by money. It was the result of recognition. Acknowledge your loyalty in the face of loudness from others. Realizing that you never lost your brightness, even in the absence of anything. The same light is now on the verge of becoming a law. There is something enormous in store for you. It's not a random signature. It was written on a day that coincided with fate. The day that abundance finally matched your energy. The office where it's taking place has a subtle scent of unopened envelopes and old wood. As if history itself is bending forward to see what is going to be yours. The sound of your name reverberates throughout the entire space. There is something enormous in store for you. This decision's maker once had doubts about you. At first, they didn't see your value, but life eventually made it clear to them that you were valuable. They witnessed how you continued to rise silently, strongly, and gracefully despite attempts by others to break you. They wrote your name today because of that strength. My dear child, something enormous is in store for you. This document is more than a sheet of paper. Your past and future are bound by an energy compact. Your perseverance is preserved in every signature, seal, and pen stroke. And after it's finished, an irreversible process will start. A fresh chapter that is wholly your own. There is something enormous in store for you. Anybody may have been their choice, including friends, family, and business associates. But in the sunlight, your name was as noticeable as gold dust. The witnesses nodded and the moment was sealed with respect when they said, "This person deserves it because they never asked for anything." Your spirit was there even though you weren't physically. There is something enormous in store for you. The last piece of paper is currently being folded by a clerk into a crest-stamped envelope. The murmur of the air is different. A bird sits silently outside the office window, as though even nature is aware that a blessing has just changed hands. In the afternoon light, the paper with your name sparkles a little. There is something enormous in store for you. You will receive a message shortly. Perhaps via mail, a phone call, or the reverent utterance of your entire name by a familiar voice. Your heart will race because you will know in your heart that this is the point at which heaven's blessing reached earth. That's how divine timing works. All of a sudden, something enormous is in store for you. As you hear this, you may get chills. That isn't arbitrary. Your spirit is acknowledging its heritage in that way. This moment was the culmination of all your covert good deeds and unappreciated acts of kindness. The cosmos is now cashing it into your reality after keeping a record. There is something enormous in store for you. You were directed to view this at this particular moment for a reason. Last night, the person signing the documents gave you some thought. They deserve peace now, they said, whispering your name passionately. They've endured enough. Those words made their way to your computer via the invisible realm. There is something enormous in store for you. Property is not the only issue here. This is about honor, about getting back everything you were wrongfully deprived of. The people who made fun of you will soon see the true reward of loyalty and kindness. It's a reward, not retaliation. The tangible evidence that you were never forgotten is the power of attorney. There is something enormous in store for you. Through all of the invisible delays, you have been shielded. Heaven was rerouting everything toward this one moment of divine justice, which is why things didn't work out earlier. You had to wait because of this. The blessing had to grow large enough to match your endurance, not because you weren't prepared. There is something enormous in store for you. Breathe deeply, my dear child. What is happening at this moment is precious. Peace begins when the right person receives the right authority, someone once stated. And you're going to feel that tranquility. There is fresh power in your name. Silent, unstoppable, and just. There is something enormous in store for you. Every signed document has a silent pledge behind it. It's an easy promise. You won't ever have to struggle for what is rightfully yours. There will be a shift in the energy surrounding you. Your name will be respected by others. Long-stuck benefits will come your way with ease, and doors will open without a knock. There is something enormous in store for you. Right now, the last seal is being pressed. A stamp made of wax melts onto the paper. Permanent, dense, and deep crimson. The room stops. As the universe holds its breath, waiting for this holy moment to end, even the ticking clock slows. Your name becomes unique when that happens. It has a favor mark on it. There is something enormous in store for you. They simply grinned. It's finished. Officially, the document is in your name. Your destiny starts to reorganize itself in every way to your advantage. After a storm, light comes into a room. You may not be able to see it yet, but you will soon sense it. An unexpected guest, a call, an email, or a signature. That's how it will start. There is something enormous in store for you. Let the reality set in now. This isn't a coincidence. This is a legacy. You never lagged behind. They were positioning you. There is more to the papers being transferred than merely stuff. They represent spiritual advancement. There was an investment in each delay. Every quiet moment served as preparation. There is something enormous in store for you. Don't let your fear cause you to question it. The change has already begun. Your value has already been recognized by the right people. Your name has already been praised by a powerful person. The world turns to your advantage when that occurs. Abundance and authority walk with you from now on. There is something enormous in store for you. When you talk out loud about your dreams, you'll begin to notice little clues, recurring numbers, soft winds, and an unexpected message from an old friend. These are affirmations. They are murmurs of fulfillment. When the universe rewards, it doesn't yell. It passes through faint vibrations, all of which line up to indicate that you have been selected as the recipient. My dear child, something enormous is in store for you. The season of finalization has arrived. Everything that was in the middle is being finished. The awaiting blessings are being authorized. Your name is imprinted in authority on the documents that were provided. There's a reason for all of your waiting. Something enormous is waiting for you right now. You'll discover this message wasn't random when you look back in a few days. It was foretelling. The confusion that has persisted for years will give way to calm. You'll be able to tell that the transfer isn't merely on paper at that point. Spirit, energy, and destiny all contain it. You're assuming the proper function of plenty. My dear child, something enormous is in store for you. Something far bigger is already underway while you believe it's finished. Destiny was subtly setting up signatures, approvals, and invisible alliances in your favor while you were preoccupied with self-doubt. In actuality, this transfer involves more than just money. It is inherited spiritually. Concealed as documents. There is something enormous in store for you. Soon, you'll hear the words, "It's confirmed." Your heart will vibrate so intensely that you'll need to take a seat. Those who previously disregarded you will now start inquiring as to how this occurred. However, they won't comprehend that it wasn't a coincidence. The person signing the document recalls an instance in which you assisted them without anticipating anything in return. It was written, "Something huge is waiting for you." That was a moment they will never forget. They saw loyalty cloaked in silence every time they looked at you after that. And they come to trust you because of that image. Now, something enormous is waiting for you even in your absence. The room went still as they put the pen on the last line and muttered, "I know this is right." The papers ceased to rustle as well. It seemed as though the cosmos leaned forward to witness the precise moment your destiny took shape. There is something enormous in store for you. This is not a random act of generosity. The timing is divine. You have been sowing the seeds of goodness for years without realizing that heaven's care was nurturing them. The harvest is now being delivered, inscribed in unerasable ink. My dear child, something enormous is in store for you. You were ready for this one silent prize after all the delays, heartaches, and lonely nights. You were not overlooked. We were verifying you, clears throat. Heaven had to make sure your heart was pure enough to deal with what is being given to you right now. You also passed all of the unseen tests. There is something enormous in store for you. You'll soon feel at ease. A subdued, hallowed quiet that is unlike anything else. That is your soul's emerging vibration of authority. You've been under pressure, but suddenly your spirit is in charge. There is something enormous in store for you. When they see a change in your vibe, those who previously ignored your messages will suddenly reach out. They won't understand why they are pulled to you once more, but it's because your frequency has shifted. You exude divine magnetism, solidity, and ownership. Everything is working in your favor. There is something enormous in store for you. This document's author was motivated by something more than reason. They sensed an invisible force pushing them to put things right. Their hands shook as they signed, but it was out of respect rather than fear. They were aware that this was more than a court case. It was a restorative act. There is something enormous in store for you. Beside them is a briefcase. Your name now shows on the first page of each form within it. It has approval stamps all around it and is written in bold. Everything in that room, the pen, the paper, the air, carries a single, unspoken truth. You've been selected. There is something enormous in store for you. Right now, you may even experience a sudden release of weight from your chest. Your spirit will recognize release at that point. The energy that used to oppose you is now submitting. Nothing you own will be delayed any longer. There is something enormous in store for you. This is not a random moment. It has to do with finishing. The waiting cycle has ended. At last, the papers that were left unattended are being moved. With blessings multiplied and enveloped in divine order, what you once believed to be forgotten is now returning. My dear child, something enormous is in store for you. Through the invisible, the sound of a pen signing in your favor reverberates. Every inkstroke conveys memories, weight, and intention. How many forces have to be at work for this one moment to occur is beyond your comprehension. However, it is happening just when your heart is prepared. There is something enormous in store for you. While others carried pride, you carried the force of humility. This is why you couldn't be missed by this blessing. Because you are capable of handling authority with grace rather than haughtiness, the heavens have faith in you. The world is going to see your silent ascent. There is something enormous in store for you. The transfer of the power of attorney represents something bigger. It's heaven telling you, you're in control now. Your authority is sealed in divine order. From now on, your life will respond to purpose rather than fear. You no longer need approval from others. A lawyer will complete the paperwork and send an encrypted email somewhere tonight, and when that message reaches your name, an invisible gate that leads to peace, prosperity, and rightful recognition will open. The energy associated with that file is already vibrating in your field. Something enormous is waiting for you. The universe is not random, it is deliberate. Every rejection you encountered was heaven's rerouting. Every delay was a heavenly halt that preserved your blessing until the appropriate moment, which is now. Something enormous is waiting for you. Something enormous is waiting for you, my dear child. Before long, someone will call you with trembling excitement and say, "It's finalized." The tone of their voice will tell you everything, but they won't tell you how many hands attempted to block it but were unsuccessful because once heaven writes your name, no earthly power can erase it. This is your confirmation that the transfer is real. As soon as you align with this truth, doors you had forgotten about will open again, the air will change, your surroundings will lighten, and your dreams will start to come true in ways that will feel almost cinematic. Something enormous is waiting for you, and this new authority offers more than just solace. It gives you a purpose. you'll be put in a position where your knowledge may lead others. Your suffering, patience, and experiences weren't in vain. They were training for this very role. Something enormous is waiting for you. Even the angels are currently bearing witness. The person transferring this power had a lot of options, but every sign pointed to you. You were meant to hold this mantle. Something enormous is waiting for you. You may feel your palms warm as you hear this. That's alignment. They've been protecting these documents for months to make sure no dishonesty touches them. That's the vibe of getting something that was meant to be. You're moving into a position where your name will be referenced in announcements, meetings, and approvals that you weren't even there at. Something significant is in store for you. The legal authority that has been bestowed upon you is a symbol of trust. The deepest kind of trust is a declaration that says, I believe in their heart more than their status. And that belief is about to multiply your influence in ways you can't yet imagine. Something enormous is waiting for you, my dear child. Remain modest but recognize your value. This gift is a calling, not a coincidence. You've shown that integrity endures even in silence. And heaven rewards that kind of strength with authority that no human can undo. Something enormous is waiting for you. When you wake up tomorrow, you'll feel an inexplicable calm, as if the world has suddenly softened around you. That's how favor feels when it settles. You'll see little miracles one after another, which are not haphazard but precisely timed. Everything that was once someone else's property is now handed to your care, and as you enter this new chapter, everything that has been lost will begin to reappear in a better shape. This day marks the beginning of something enormous that is waiting for you. You are taking emotional, spiritual, and financial ownership. The document is signed, the seal is pressed, the transfer is finished, and something enormous is waiting for you. My dear child, what's happening right now is beyond the realm of reason. You can practically feel it, a gentle whisper around your spirit, a quiet vibration in your chest. It's all happening quietly, beautifully, and unshakably.